Hello, so welcome to the next square of the 50 Stitches Crochet Along, and this week we're making the lace clusters stitch. You can see it's a lovely lacy stitch, nice double-sided one. So how do we make it? For this stitch we're going to use a 3.5mm hook, and we're going to start by chaining 31. Okay, so in the third chain from your hook we're going to make a single crochet. Okay, and that turning chain counts as your first stitch. So after that single crochet we're going to chain 2. We're going to skip the next stitch, and in the stitch after we're going to make our cluster. A cluster is 2 double crochet together made in the same stitch. Oops, that's just double crochet. Right, try that again. So you start your double crochet as usual, so pull through the first 2 loops but leave the last 2 loops on your hook, then yarn over into the same stitch, start another double crochet, so pull through the first 2 loops, we've got 3 loops left on our hook, then yarn over and pull through all 3, and that gives us that little cluster. So I'm going to chain 2, skip the next stitch, and in the stitch after we're going to make a single crochet. And then we're going to repeat this pattern all the way down the row. Chain 2, skip a stitch, and then make a double crochet 2 together in the same stitch. So start your double crochet, pull through the first 2 loops, leave the last 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, back into the same stitch, pull up the loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, leave 3 loops on your hook, and yarn over, pull through all 3 loops for your cluster. Then chain 2, skip a stitch, and in the next stitch make a single crochet. Okay, so I'm going to carry on that pattern down the row. So chain 2, double crochet 2 together in the same stitch, chain 2, skip a stitch, single crochet, chain 2, skip a stitch, double crochet 2 together. So I'll carry on down the row doing that, and I'll see you when I get there. I've got my row clusters, so your last stitch should be a single crochet. And we've got a nice row of clusters and single crochet. So then we're going to turn and chain 1, and in that first stitch we're going to make the alternate turning chain. Okay. And that counts as our first stitch. Put the stitch marker in there. Okay. So now we're going to chain 2. And in the top of that double crochet 2 together, we're going to make a single crochet. Okay, and then chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to skip the chains and the single crochet in the middle, go straight to the next double crochet 2 together, and a single crochet in the top. So we've got that nice chain crease in the lace part. And we're going to do this for the whole row. So after that single crochet, chain 5 again, 4, 5, go straight to the next double crochet 2 together and make a single crochet. So I'm going to carry on like that till the end of the row, and I'll see you when I get there. So I'm at the end of the row and I've done a single crochet in the top of the last double crochet 2 together of the row below. So now I'm going to chain 2, and in that last stitch of the row below I'm going to make a double crochet. So that's the top of the turning chain. Into there. and double crochet to finish. Okay, so now turn, chain 1 and single crochet in the top of that first stitch. Put a stitch marker in there. Okay, so now double crochet, sorry, chain 2. So you've got single crochet in that first stitch and then chain 2. So in the top of that single crochet in the row below, we're going to make a double crochet 2 together. Okay. So we start the double crochet, leave the last 2 loops on your hook, yarn over into the same stitch, pull through the first 2 loops, 3 loops left in your hook, yarn over and pull through the last 3 loops. Okay, then we're going to chain 2, and around that chain 5 from the row below, we're going to make a single crochet around it. That nice, pulls it up, makes that nice hole in there. Then chain 2, and in the single crochet you're going to make a double crochet 2 together again. So pull up a loop, pull through the first 2 loops, leave the last 2 loops on your hook, yarn over into the same stitch, pull up a loop, pull through the first 2 loops, got the 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 for your cluster. Then chain 2 and single crochet around the chain 5. And you carry on that pattern across the whole row, and once you get to the end you go into chain 2 and single crochet in that last stitch once you get to the end of the row. Okay, so if I just go back to the original square, okay, for this square you're going to repeat rows 2 and 3 all the way up, and there's 15 rows in total, so you should end on a repeat of row 3. So for the border you're going to make a single crochet in the top of every double crochet 2 together, in the top of every single crochet, and in every chain space in between. Okay, that's for the top and the bottom. For the sides you're going to make 2 single crochet in the sides of every row, and then add the extra single crochet in the corners of the turn, and then that is the lace cluster stitch. So I hope you enjoy, and as always if you have any questions please do come to the Facebook group and come and show us your finished squares. I always love to see how you're getting on. So that's it for this week, and I shall see you next time for the next square. Bye for now.